Can you sell your Tampa Bay area home without using the services of a real estate professional? Sure you can. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you 15 steps to make that happen fast and for top dollar. Hello, I'm local real estate agent Vincent Arcuri, a third-generation Tampa native, and I've been selling real estate here in Tampa now for almost 30 years. Is it possible to sell your home without the services of a realtor? Sure it is. There's a couple of things you need to know. I'm going to give you 15 angles that could get your home sold without using the services of a real estate agent. Keep in mind, during times of, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? When it's a seller's market, it's a lot easier to sell your home without the services of a real estate agent than it is in a buyer's market, where I think it's a little bit more difficult. But absolutely, it is possible. The first thing you need to know is the price, not overpricing the home. Don't go with the Zestimate or with Zillow or with what you think your home might be worth. You really need to find out what the value is. You can do that several ways. You can call an appraiser, which I've included my appraiser's name and phone number in the remarks of this video. You can go to Zillow to get a ballpark estimate. Like I said, not a very accurate one. You can go to my website, tampapad.com, and search the value of your home, and you'll get a value, and I'll be able to go through and really assess your home and I can easily give you a number that I think you should start at on selling your home. That's the first thing. Make sure your home is priced correctly in whatever market that we're in. The second tip, fix your house. You know, all those little things that you see that are the weekend jobs that you should have been doing that you haven't. Well, now's the time to make your home squeaky clean. Now's the time to make those repairs. The last thing you want is a potential buyer coming into your home and getting a sense that you're really not maintaining the home and it doesn't show pride of ownership, and they feel like the home is neglected, and this might be a money pit. So they just have a tendency to go find something that they feel is more well maintained. So that's really important, to make sure that your home, go through your landscaping, pressure wash your home. If your home needs to be painted, paint it. You know, it's got to make that home just appear to be as fresh as possible so that you have that great first impression when the buyers are walking in. Number 3, clean, 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 especially if you've got pets. If you've got a cat, you've got to change that litter box much more frequently than you normally do, because buyers, especially if they don't have pets, are going to be very sensitive to the smell of your home. So a deep cleaning is absolutely necessary, and if you don't have the time, I recommend you hire a professional company to deep clean your house so it does have that great first impression. Number 4, staging. Hey, you might have to rent a storage facility and get rid of all that excess furniture and all that clutter that you have in the house. Unfortunately, this sometimes is the first step that you have to make your home more appealing to every buyer that comes in. Having a professional stager like myself come out, and I do offer this service for free if you're in the Tampa Bay area, a 1-hour consultation for free. I am a certified staging expert with Better Homes and Gardens, and I can come out and tell you what you might need to get rid of just to make sure that your home flows well for that potential buyer and appeals to as many people as possible. Number 5, now that you've got your home cleaned and staged, it's time for professional pictures. This is not the time to skimp and be cheap. You can't take pictures with your iPhone. You need professional pictures. I've left the name of my photographer that takes the pictures of my listings in the Tampa Bay area here in the video description below. So feel free to call him and get your home he'll give you a price just based on your square footage, but it could cost you anywhere between $250 to $500. But first impressions are everything in real estate, and when most people start their search on the internet, and the first thing they're going to see of your home are the pictures. So don't skimp on the pictures. Number 6, a video. You don't have to be too elaborate, but you go through, you shoot a little walkthrough video of your home just so a potential buyer can get the flow of your home. One thing, just be as descriptive as possible, because if they're elderly and a two-story home is out of the question, make sure that they can see that it's a two-story home so they can not waste their time or yours. So it's important to talk to the people after they've seen the video and have a conversation with them to check where they're coming from and to make sure that that house is a fit before you let them into your home. Video is a great way to do that. Number 7, the flyers. You know, it's very easy nowadays with technology to take those professional pictures that you've had taken with a professional photographer and make a flyer. You want to tell them about the schools, the shopping in the area, things that have made you appeal to the area, that brought you to the area when you purchased the home. You want to be able to tell them if you've got a new roof or if you've had your AC replaced recently. You want to give them as much information about the home on that flyer as possible so that they could answer any questions in advance prior to them making an offer on the property. So spend a little bit of time and make some nice flyers. Number 8, drive around your community and find for sale signs by real estate agents that you know frequently sell homes in the area. And one of those flyers that you made, deliver that flyer to the real estate office or mail it to them. It's easy. You Google the name of their company, you're going to find their address, find the agent's name usually on the sign, and send them one of your flyers that you made. Now, this is a great way to connect with local real estate agents that are showing other houses in the area, but make sure you discuss with them compensation. If they bring one of their buyers to you, discuss how you're going to compensate them for that buyer, because after all, they could go into the MLS and go show other properties that they are being compensated by other real estate agents. So discuss that with them. Selling on your own is still going to be a substantial savings because you're saving half the listing side of that broker fee. So be friendly to your local real estate agents because they ultimately may have the buyer for your home. Number 9, the open house. Hey, those real estate agents are having an open house. Be prepared to have your open house sign ready and stick it out and have your open house the same time they're doing theirs. Chances are they've spent a lot of money promoting that open house and they've got a lot of buyers coming to check it out. And if your home is even remotely similar to those other homes, those buyers are also going to swing by and check out your home. So that's a great way to piggyback off of other real estate agents' work and get those buyers into your home. Number 10. You've got to think like a real estate agent. So somebody has to be ready to show your home during the week. You can't just show the home over the weekend because a lot of our clients are flying in to buy a home. They may fly in on a Monday and they're only here Monday through Wednesday. They're just not going to be here over the weekend to look at your home. So have someone available that you trust that can open up your home and show your home to any prospects that might be interested in it. Number 11. So you're selling by owner, and you need to know those statistics. 8% of homes that are sold in North America, according to the National Association of Realtors, 8% of the homes are actually sold by owner. So you actually have a pretty good chance of selling by owner. But I dug in a little bit deeper, and almost 50% of those sales were sold to friends or family members of the seller. So don't forget to hit on social media, break out your Rolodex, call your friends and family, send them flyers, let them know that your home is going up for sale, because there's a pretty good chance you may actually be able to sell to friends or family. This goes for social media as well. Why it's so important to have those professional pictures that I mentioned earlier so that you can use those on social media, because it could be a friend of a friend as well. And with technology today, why not take advantage of that with those professional photos? 12, showings. I want to caution you here, make sure that you screen these buyers and you find out if they're pre-qualified. If they say they're a cash buyer, let's get proof of funds. Their bank will provide that, and so will their lender. And don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call their lender or call their bank to make sure that the letters that you received were not fabricated. In addition, it's a good idea that once the people are going under contract on your home, make sure you get a big deposit. 2.5% of the purchase price is not unusual, and you know what? It's really the only security you have. If the buyer decides to become Harry Houdini and disappear, you at least have a deposit to fall back on. So make sure you get a good, decent deposit when they want to go to contract. Number 13, disclose, disclose, disclose. Once again, in the remarks of the video description, I've enclosed a link that'll take you to a seller property disclosure for the state of Florida. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, this is the disclosure you need to use. Disclose everything. This is your protection from a lawsuit later. If your home had a roof leak and you fixed it 3 years ago, disclose it. No matter how trivial it may seem, the more you disclose, the safer you are from potential lawsuits in the future. If you have any questions filling out this disclosure, you can call or text me anytime at 813-VINCENT, 813-846-2368. But it's a great idea to always disclose and overachieve in this department, and that'll keep you from a court date later. Trust me on that. Number 14, make sure you take care of that deposit money. Don't forget to collect it, number one, and make sure that you have a reputable company that's going to handle that when you make that deposit, because Florida law says that the escrow deposit has to be in a neutral account, if you will, that's not controlled by buyer or seller. That typically leads me to number 15, which is the title company or closing agent or closing attorney that you're going to use to close your contract. I have my title company here in the remarks or the description of the video here. Feel free to call them. Make sure that your contract is filled out correctly and that you understand it. They will be able to go over that with you and make sure that the dots are dotted and the T's are crossed and that you don't get into conflicting verbiage that could hurt you later. They'll also walk you through the closing procedure, give you an idea of your closing cost and what your net number is going to be after you pay off your mortgage and any debt that you have, if you have any, on the property. I hope that these tips have helped you. If you have any questions in the Tampa Bay area, don't hesitate to call me. My direct line is 813-VINCENT, 813-846-2368. Search all properties that are available in the Tampa Bay market at tampapad.com. And hey, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, comment, get involved, like it, hit the little bell. And as my new videos hit, you'll be the first to be notified. So thanks for watching. Vincent Arcuri, Better Homes and Gardens, Ellie & Associates here in Tampa. Good luck.